This is one of my favorite images I've ever made. It looks simple, a beautiful museum, a bartender making a cocktail, and good lighting, but what you're seeing here is actually a multi-layer composite planned down to the pixel and designed to help the Philbrook Museum show off their fundraising cocktail hour. Let me take you behind the scenes of this particular shoot and show you step by step how it all came together. The Philbrook Museum in Tulsa is a cultural landmark, but they were looking for something bold for their cocktail event. They didn't want traditional static images, they wanted a visual that felt alive, a hero piece that would stop people mid-scroll and make them feel welcome, and so that when they saw these images, they felt like they were ready to come to this cocktail fundraiser. That's where I came in. I wasn't just hired to take a photo, I wanted to tell a story through a single frame. Before I even took my camera out the bag, we spent time planning. I scouted the museum, studied the light, and mapped out exactly where I'd place people in the frame. For gear, I brought my Sony a7R IV and my go-to 24-70 G Master lens. This combo is a workhorse. It gives me incredible sharpness and flexibility to shoot wide for architecture while still getting close-ups. We didn't just wing this. I knew we'd be compositing multiple images together later, so the plan was to shoot in layers. Architecture first, talent second, and details last. That way, every single element would be perfectly lit and positioned. The day of the shoot was high stakes. We had a small window when the museum was closed, and the natural light wasn't exactly perfect the way I had envisioned it. This is where experience kicks in. I brought in controlled lighting to balance the scene, a huge soft key light to sculpt faces, and enough fill to keep space's natural vibe. The tricky part, we had to pose people like they were in motion while photographing them separately. So I was directing talent one at a time, placing them where I knew they'd appear in the final image. So that was between the bar and then the water that we were throwing behind them in order to create these waves. So it was a layered image, and then that way when we went to the composite, it would look like one single image. This is one of those moments where you realize that commercial photography isn't just about technical skill, it's about creative problem solving in real time. Once we wrapped shooting, the real work began. This image is actually a composite of multiple shots. So how I shot this was that I would have the talent stand at the cocktail bar, they would make their cocktail, and as they were making their cocktail, about 10 feet behind them were two people who worked at the museum tossing buckets of water crisscross behind them so that the talent did not get wet, but it created the effect that there was this giant wave of water going over them. And so we did this multiple times and we did multiple takes. And the idea was that when you composited all these shots together, you get a variety of different splashes that are crisscrossing each other and create these beautiful waves in motion, along with freezing the action of the barista making the cocktail. In Photoshop, I layered these elements together. Each layer was masked, color corrected, and graded to feel like it was captured in a single click. The Sony a7R IV's resolution was a lifesaver here. It let me pull every detail without sacrificing sharpness. This approach gave me full creative control. Instead of fighting the environment, we built the scene piece by piece around it, ensuring the viewer would see exactly what we wanted them to see. When the final images went live, it did exactly what we hoped. It showed the Philbrook Museum as a vibrant, welcoming destination for their cocktail hour. The campaign stood out in social and email campaigns and in local press. For me, it wasn't just about making a pretty picture, it was about solving a branding challenge. How do you make a cultural institution look, feel relevant, and worth a visit and donate to? And that's the power of photography at this level. It's not just decoration, it's a tool for transformation. This project taught me three things that I bring into every shoot now. 1, pre-production is king. You can't improvise your way into a perfectly composed, multi-layer image. 2, compositing is a creative superpower. Shooting in layers gives you the ability to create visuals that would be otherwise impossible. And 3, the story matters most. The gear is a tool, but storytelling is what makes clients invest in campaigns like this. This was one of the most rewarding shoots of my career, and I'm going to keep breaking down these high-level campaigns step by step so you can see what it's like to really make photography that sells. If you're a creative looking to level up your work, or a brand looking to tell your story with powerful visuals, hit subscribe. There's more behind the scenes coming up soon. Until then, my name is Christopher Crease. You know me as CreaseWorks, and you can find me everywhere online at Creaseworks. Until the next video, 1.